Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, in the previous chapters, we have become familiar with the structured data of pandas, especially the data frame. And here we have understood the most of the functionalities that underlie it. And today we are going to discuss the two different type of data processing, that is transform and aggregation. Let's go on with the concept of manipulating the values of data frame through the use of functions. Dear friends, we have said that applying functions to the data frame has the purpose of transforming it in some way. So to obtain the result that brings us closer to the information we need in the data analysis process. Okay, so let me just discuss on to the first one, the transform method. And dear friends, the transform method applies transformations on the starting data frame by applying functions. So apparently it would appear as identical behavior to the apply method. Okay, and yeah, here we have already created as such like a data frame, and kindly have a note of it. Yeah, this is how a data frame has been created, and the value it would be as like a range from 1 to 10, and yeah, it's reshaped with 3 into 3, that is of course 3 rows and 3 columns. And here we have already named the indexes, the rows as lowercase of ABC, and towards the column as uppercase of ABC. So let me have a look of our data frame. Here we go. Okay, dear friends, yeah, let me just give some method to have a transformation. Okay, so let me just create a function here where it is just going to give us a double of the input. So here, of course, what we are having the first row. Kindly have an example of a first row. It is 1, 2 and 3. When we just multiply it by 2, okay, so it is all about 2, 4 and 6 respectively. So let me just make this exact function, that is the double. Okay, we are just going to call it into the another function which we specified as transform. Okay, and of course kindly have a note of it. We are just going to name it as like a df2 and another data frame. And yeah, here we got the exact result, and kindly have a note of it. This is what the data frame, original data frame, it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. And of course when we just double, that is multiple 8 by 2, so we just got the exact another data frame, that is df2 with the values 2 4 6 8 10 12 and 14 16 and 18. Okay, now if we use that double function with the apply method, of course we have already seen it with the behavior of an apply method. Okay, so here when we just apply onto that method, kindly have a note of it. What is the exact result? Okay, so from what we just seen, yeah, the result are much the same. Both use the double function and apply it to the elements within the data frame. So it would seem like two redundant methods apparently, but what is the difference? Yeah, the difference are there are appear in more complex cases where the peculiar or the transform, the method transform, were highlighted with respect to apply method. Let me just see some examples. And dear friends, this transform method can work with multiple functions at the same time, but the apply method cannot. Okay, so let me just make a pass of even we can just pass either as a list or as a dictionary. Okay, and kindly have a note of it. If we are just making it towards the list function, and if we apply onto it, and if I just create here with a function as multi definition. Okay, and yeah, by passing a list of method, the multi-index of the data frame, okay, the multi-index of the data frame is obtained with the formation of the second level of the labels. So kindly have a note of it, how it is just making it towards the labels. Okay, sorry, the level of labels in the produced data frame. And for each column of the original data frame, as many columns are generated as there are passed method, and within each of them there will be listed the results obtained by the applying this method. And kindly have a note of it, dear friends. If you want to reduce a multi-index data frame towards a data frame, yeah, here as a result of passing that list, okay, so here let me just passing a list of a function to the transform method. We can also always get a multi-index data frame now. So from this complex object, it is possible to extract the data frame related to each column or each single function. Okay, so for an example, let me just want the data frame related to the transformation. Okay, here transformation for the double function. Okay, so kindly have a note of it. What we have just used, yeah, we have used the operations, that is the objects such as index slice. Okay, so this kind of operation concerning with the multi-index data frame, and we use the objects such as index slice, and which is necessary to make the selection on several levels. And here we have used the drop level, which is necessary to eliminate the level of indexes from the column. Okay, so yeah, here we just go towards this function and kindly note what is the exact resultant. Yeah, we just get 8 as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. Yeah, to the same data here. And dear friends, instead of that passing a dictionary with the column labels as a key and the functions to be applied as value, yeah, you will get a new data frame with the structure specified here. Okay, so let me just make use of that here and kindly see here. This is np.square root and here np.double, where you are just going to make use of this functionality as like a square root and to the top double. Okay, so yeah, here we just go with the data and see here, dear friends, you can just pass that also by using the dictionary functionality. Okay, anyhow, till this we have created some functionality related to the transform, and yeah, we have seen something related to the apply by making it an apply double. Okay, and I just want to mainly know how the things that goes towards the transform and to the apply method. Okay, let me just make it towards an aggregation element. See, the transform method is unable to do something that the apply method does correctly. So the transform method cannot work with the function that works by aggregation. Okay, in fact, if you pass the functions like here, kindly have a note of it, np.sum. Okay, so this np.sum to the transform method, you will get an error. So kindly have a note of it. Let me just execute it. Of course, we just get an error. What is the error here? So see here, function did not transform. So meaning that this function is not intended as a transformation of one data frame into the another. While as we can just see it as by applying it onto the apply method, it manages to do it, okay, without any issues or any problem. Kindly have a note of it. It is done. It is done. And yeah, of course, here this transform works with a single column at a time. And yeah, here also kindly have a note of it. This is an exact adding method, okay, adding function. So here another difference which we just want to discuss is with the apply method is that the transform method does not have access to other column, while this transforms that is one single series or one single column. Yeah, however, this apply method has no such limit. It just does by it any of the listing. But here in transform method, it has only with a single column. Okay, so kindly have a note of it. Here, let me just give adding of the first column and to the second column. Okay, so if we specify a method that takes two specific columns of the data frame by adding their values together. And first of all, let me just see it with the apply method. And here we just go with the adding function. And yeah, here we are in the axis of column wise. And here we just get the exact result. Okay, so we see that from the result, this apply method works without any issues on two columns or at the same time. So if instead we apply the same function in the transform method, just have a look of it. This adding, if I'm just making it towards the transform method, okay, so we will get an error, of course. Anyhow, just execute it. Yeah, kindly just have a look of it. The same function did not transform. Okay, so in fact, if we check the result of this functions with apply, we certainly get a result, but it is not the in a data frame. So all these limitation on the transform method are set specifically to give a semantic meaning to the concept of transforming specific to the pandas library. And dear friends, I just repeat it again, that is transforming means transforming one data frame into another and manipulating the data, making it evolve into something different. So they are imposed to avoid that. So sometimes even unconsciously the structure of the data frame being analyzed, that can be varied in some way. Okay, so yeah, let me just move on to the next concept, aggregation. And this aggregation, yeah, it is completely opposite concept to the transforming. So that is what aggregation, and this carried out previously the operation that is not allowed for transforming. That is summarizing a set of values through a functions into a single result, or therefore the values are aggregated. So the data frame in this case reduces its size and changes structurally. Okay, fine. This aggregations allows you to express many operations simultaneously in the conscious way, and is expressed using the aggregation function, that is AGG here. Okay, fine. Let me just start it with defining a data frame. Okay, as to the same, yeah, we are creating it with a shape of 3 into 3 matrix with the index as lowercase ABC and with the columns as uppercase ABC. And kindly have a note of it, dear friends, we are going to make use of this aggregation function. So here we calling it as an aggregation function. And when on executing, first of all, let me just see here what it just makes. Yeah, here it is just showing it. See, even this aggregation, it is like the transform method only, that can receive multiple functions simultaneously, either as element of a list or a value in a dictionary. Okay, but as here, yeah, we can also apply it towards another functionality. Here as like a list, we can apply it, and of course we are just going to do it with a dictionary too. Okay, so let I just execute both the things and then make an discussion onto this. So here what we just get as like the same transform method, and here we just gone towards the aggregation function. Okay, so that aggregation function, so far actually it would seems that there is no difference whatever with the transform method. Actually this aggregation handles the by aggregation functions perfectly, which the transform with the transform that is didn't. And in fact we passes the np dot sum function, which we get a series as a result. So instead of an error message, yeah, in the functionality of transformation we just got an error, but here we just received it in as like a single column, or it is as like a series. Okay, and yeah, we can also insert this function, insert the function by aggregation. You get very different results from the transform method. See, for an example, if we are just passing a list of the function, okay, and these functions we obtain a two-dimensional data frame, where this time the name of the function are passed as labels to the index of the line. And kindly have a note of it how we are just going to do this. And let me have the mean, the aggregation function mean, and here it is the sum, and observe there is a, yeah, how this shows. Okay, and yeah, whereas we can get a result, series results also, as we just pass the functions as a value of this by using a dictionary. So see here how we just get that dictionary value. Okay, So of course, dear friends, another thing, you can also have more functionalities. And yeah, one among the thing is mean, another is sum, and here also square root is there. And yeah, here can I just execute this also? But what it seems error, and towards the error, kindly have a note of it. It says cannot combine transform and aggregation. Got it, dear friends? So cannot combine transform and aggregation option. So it is therefore clear that the purpose of aggregation method is complementary of that of transform, where the former should work exclusively with function by aggregation and later with function by element. And in fact, if we pass both the function which we just specified here, I just scroll it up, kindly have a note of it. Here, what we have just done, one is towards the resultant of transform, another is by aggregation. And of course, if we pass both type of functions or only those functions by element, yeah, we get an error with the error message. Okay, so of course, dear friends, yeah, here we just seen both the exact complementary functionality related to the manipulation and mainly related, which is related onto the data processing. Okay, and dear friends, we hope you found this video helpful and insightful. If you're interested in diving deeper into this topic discussed, yeah, I have provided the code used in this video in the description. And I strive to provide value content to our views, and it is appreciable to your support and engagement with my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, or if you have any more comments, kindly just put it onto the comment and kindly share it with others who might be benefit from it. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest uploading. Happy learning, dear friends. Bye.